Netherlands is expensive. There's no need to cry about it because you can live there for a month on $1,561. All the expenses are listed in the spreadsheet below, but listing those off will make for a good video. So let's start with the free stuff. Parties. April 27th is King's Day. While Amsterdam has the highest energy, even the little town of Delft kicks in because everyone has off for that day and it's put to good use. Bands play, neighbors put out things for sale, and even carnivals get put up in communal areas. Buy your beer beforehand because that day it will run out. Then on the weekends things are calmer but still have a thrilling atmosphere. Old folks put antiques out for sale and temporary stands sell whatever foods they can. You don't have to look for any of it either. It's all concentrated in the center of town. You'd think it was all for tourists, but no, locals partake as well. May 5th is Liberation Day, and in Rotterdam, there's a festival, free to the public. Food and drinks are available and at regular prices. Despite it being a work day, it was filled to the brim with people. As I walked around, folks would actually come up and just talk to me. Probably because there was some interesting smells in the air. It's something I'll cover at the end. But first, you need to find an affordable place to live. Hostels aren't an option. They're way overpriced. When looking on Airbnb, don't expect any good prices during summer. From spring until fall, expect a minimum of $600 US. During winter, prices get down to about $400 US. I recommend going during the shoulder seasons, specifically spring. You're going to love being in the Netherlands for spring. I found a place for $615, which had a shared bathroom, shared kitchen, and a small bedroom. You wouldn't like being there 24/7. Getting out of the house is going to be expensive. At grocery stores, you're going to be looking at price tags. As someone that doesn't cook, I had a dilemma on my hands, which I conquered with bread. Each loaf costs about $2 US. If you don't already visit a bakery daily, you're going to learn to do so in the Netherlands because it's cheap, filling, and comes in a variety of options. Match that with a hummus, cheese, or some other type of spreads, and you have a meal. Fruits and nuts are affordable. So if you're pinching pennies, grab a bag of peanuts. In total, I spent $183 at grocery stores. Thankfully, the coworker I chose served half off lunches, each one costing about $5.50. They also served half off espressos, each one at about $1.60. While it cost me $215 to be a member with access 3 days a week, I had a healthy meal 3 days a week. Not once was a meal the same, but there were two that I wasn't a fan of. But most were delicious. I went to a restaurant once to eat the best roll of ramen I've ever had. Ramen Niku is a little shop run by Japanese immigrants, so it stays true to its nature. Delft is a college town, so it was a very hip place to eat. While delicious, it still hurt spending $12 for the cheapest bowl of ramen. In total, I spent $174 eating outside of the house, and that includes the few times I went out for fast food. Getting around can be affordable if you don't use ride shares. Instead, just walk, use public transport, or bicycle. The perk of being a centuries-old city designed for walking is that it's very easy. For the modern form of travel, expect to spend $100 on a used bike. I recommend renting a bike with the app Donkey Republic. They are only available in the cities, but it's about $20 US for 1 month, and that grants you 1 hour of free ride time each bike you get on. It nullifies the fear of losing your bike or it being stolen or even considering where to park it, as the app shows you where you can go. Public transport, use the app 9292 or buy the OV chip card. The chip card is the most convenient. Cost of public transport depends on how far you're going, when you're going, and what you're going on. Google Maps will show you where to get on and where to get off. The only thing you need to consider is when you're going. Rush hour is going to be the most expensive. Over an entire month, seeing Groningen, Amsterdam, Den Haag, and Rotterdam, I spent $122 on public transport. Well, transport in general. And that includes some of the buses within Delft. Touching on the miscellaneous expenses now, from most interesting to least, a round-trip bus ticket and entrance to Keukenhof was $32 US. This is the coup de grace of the Netherlands, and another reason to visit in the spring. The nature at this time is stunning, as expected of new spring growth. But Keukenhof is the country's best. You're welcome to bring food and drink in, which is a necessity if staying longer than a few hours. When you arrive, forget the maps and go where people aren't. Crowds gather in the large open fields where pathways go to different sections. The most beautiful areas are quiet, shaded, and have few people milling about. It gives you the time to stop and smell the air. No perfume shop can compete with the soft, sweet scent. It's a place you can feel high just by being there. On that note, a 0.3 gram muffin will cost you $5 US. You won't need anything else for the rest of the day. The cheapest pre-roll is going to cost you $4 US. These are commonly made with tobacco, so ask about that first. 18 microdoses will cost you $20 US. And 18 will last you for the most popular protocols. 15 grams of off-brand Mexicana will cost you $13 US. Please talk with a psychiatrist before self-administering, or look at the retreats that are available throughout the Netherlands where they combine therapy with psychiatry. At minimum, do your research so you know what you're getting into. If you fail to prepare, then you need to prepare to fail. Like I failed at preparing for a co-work and ended up spending $25 US for a day pass. Internet throughout the Netherlands is great. Cell plans can be on the expensive side. For 4 gigabytes of internet on a prepaid SIM card, I spent $15 US. There's a catch. The prepaid SIM cards don't work across border, and I didn't use up all 4 gigabytes. In the meantime, a cell plan cross-border is gonna end up being even more expensive due to roaming fees. I also spent $10 on a phone case, which is a great deal, and $17 on a screen protector, because I had broken both at the previous place I was at. To pay the co-work that I chose cost me a bank transfer of $20 US. Oh. And now, to round it all out, I spent $50 on property and health insurance, and then $20 a month on basic subscriptions. I felt spending a month in the Netherlands was well worth it. The quality of living is high for a reason. You're not gonna find an atmosphere anywhere else like it. Stay for a month, and I know you'll feel it too. Or check out this video where I share it with you, because the Netherlands is the place where you need to learn from the people.